Well, it's your boy Tony's out here drinking the beer because I'm celebrating today. I know it's probably been a few weeks since I've actually posted a video. Probably 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. Probably 3 weeks, I would say, not a whole month. I'm posting a video onto my YouTube channel, mainly because, like I said, I know 2 weeks for sure. Probably 3 weeks. I don't know. I mean, it'll tell you on the videos when it was uploaded and whatnot. But yeah, it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since I posted a video, man, because I'm just dealing with everything that's going on right now, to be honest. Like I said, it's having to deal with the pandemic and having to deal with like a depression and downturn and like barely having any work to kind of keep me as I mean, hey, I ain't even making 40 hours a week no more. I tell you what, which for the last 10 years, 40 hours a week was my budget. I'm smarter than most people, and like I said, when stuff like this happens, you have to learn to adapt in order to survive. And I'm currently working at about 30 to 32 hour work week as a full-time employee. So, I got a lot of free time on my hands, which I mean, I could make more videos, but I'm being gonna be honest, I've been dealing with a lot of just this stress of everything, kind of like stress of like, am I going to lose my job? Like I said, we ain't got nothing coming in, so you're like, there's no work. And you're like, if I lose my job now, there's no other jobs hiring. Like, I'm done. Like, there's no work. Like, no one's hiring, nothing now. So it's like I've survived all the layoffs up to this point where you're like, it's like, no, don't do it to me. Like, I just don't know. It's stressful because you're like, there's no work, and I'm at work because they got to pay me. How long is it going to be till they give me the boot? That's the thought that crawls into this thought crawled in my mind back at my old company I used to work for, where back in 2015 the bust hit, and they're like, we ain't doing no repair work, we won't sell new, because the sales guy they had there was dumb, and I guess couldn't comprehend that, hey, when you have a bust, people don't buy new stuff, they repair stuff for pumps and stuff. So they basically paid me about 7 months just to clean a new building they just built the previous year. Like, well, no, they paid for it, and they didn't get done with it until about May or June, because I think I worked in the new shop for about probably a month and a half, and then I got laid off. But before that, it was like they literally just paying me to push a broom for 6 months because there ain't no work. And I kind of feel like that's right now it's not going out, because like I said, we actually, the people who like ourselves, people who actually, they are doing everything they can to kind of keep us fed. They're smarter. They're smarter folk. I work with smarter folk now, which I'm glad, because they know what their job is and they doing their job, which is good, which makes me like, okay, I gotta do my job. So, but it's just not busy. It's just not busy. I mean, they doing their best trying to get us work, and they are giving us a little bit of work to kind of just, break even. And like at this point, it's like, as long as we keep breaking even, I have a guaranteed job. So, yeah, that's basically first 5 minutes of this was the stress about work and dealing with that. Next few minutes, I'll eventually get to some good news in this video. I'll tell you that. You will get to good news. but I got to vent because I haven't been able. Because like I said, this section of the video is going to tell you like I haven't been able to vent because I haven't been able to see any of the vatos, and for so long, because it seems like every 2 weeks since June, like the end of June, I have been constantly getting exposed to COVID. And it is terrifying because you sit there, because like I said, I live with my mom. Like the first time I got exposed, my mom got exposed at her work. Luckily, she was negative. So, but that was like 2 weeks after finding out she got exposed. Finding out, like, oh no, you definitely negative. Dodged a bullet there. That was the first one because like I said, since basically about mid-June, I've been wearing a mask at work. It wasn't until I found out my mom was negative that I got exposed at where I work at. Because one dude, his sister was in the hospital positive with it, and he hung out the weekend with her and hugged her and stuff. Like I said, he was in direct contact with her, so he freaked out because he's like, I just indirectly exposed everyone at works because of that. Which, like I said, it's like it's his sister, and where I'm from in this part, a lot of people didn't really take the pandemic seriously until now, when it's like, oh great, everyone's on fire. And like I said, since my mom got exposed at her work, he basically asked like, hey, what do I do? I'm like, dude, you just go, if you're worried about it, go get tested. Like I said, it's already been 1 week since you've been exposed. Right now is the perfect time to go get tested. So he had to go get tested. And of course, the next week we were on furlough. Yeah, that's another thing we have to do at work is furloughs, which basically it's temporary layoffs. Or as the company was like, we just ain't paying you for 2 weeks. Your benefits are paid though, so you still got insurance, but we just not going to pay you. So yeah, I've already talked about that in furloughs. I mean, I've already mentioned furloughs in previous videos. If you want to know more about it, probably check them out. But yeah. So, and of course, I've also talked about this story where I've gotten exposed the first time. Or second time. At this point, I can't keep count. It's been so many. But yeah, like I said, that happened. And it's like, oh, dang. Hope he's okay. We're going furlough. And it's kind of one of those things like you keep watching. It's like, no. You negative for sure. You stay away from me. That's like I said, that's what I've been treating my mom. But of course, before we go on furlough, like I said, you had him. And we're like, oh, my sister tested positive. I've had contact. I need to get this. Go. And it's like, okay, I've been wearing a mask. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Well, they're like, the last day before we got furloughed, the lead basically calls and says, I'm sick. I'm not going to be coming in tomorrow. I need y'all to do this. And of course, we're like, okay, whatever. We'll take care of it. But of course, when you get to work, you're sitting there like, you called in sick. And this guy, he's a workaholic. He lacks... he's not an extreme workaholic. He likes to put in overtime because he's a bootlicker. I mean, he likes overtime for some reason, where it's like, dude, you gotta give, like, no, 40 hours is enough. Like, goddamn, don't give him your life. Shit. I tried not to cuss, so, well, money got, I don't care no more. At this point, I don't care. I'm still making money, so I don't care. Oh, well, but anyhow, back to the story. So yeah, that happened. So you deal with that. And for about that whole week you're on furlough, it's like, got a week off, but I ain't going nowhere. Because, like I said, he called in sick. I'm hoping he's negative, and he's just, oh, you got a random summer cold. Like, yeah, that's what I'm going to say, but that's what you hope for. In reality, like, he's got the COVID. I mean, there's no other reason you should be sick around. Like I said, if you get a cold right now, like, okay, that's rare. Like I said, it happens sometimes, but you're like, right now, basically, this thing is ravaging everything in society. So if you're sick, you got the COVID. Like, no matter what, you call in sick, you got the COVID. That's how you are getting treated as. Like, like the COVID is to modern day Black Death. Like, no, you bubonic plague. Like, yeah, you getting treated like that. A week later, he basically said he wasn't going to be returning to work because he was positive. So now everyone in the shop's like, well, we've all been exposed, so now we're having to watch ourselves. And it's already been 1 week since we've been exposed to him, so it's like, we got to wait 1 more week just to be safe. So, like I said, the next week you're sitting there, like, still waiting at home, just like, got a cough here. Is that allergies? Or is that the Rona? I don't know. It makes you paranoid. For me, that's when the paranoid starts kicking in. And then you get to the second part. And so we get through that week. And it's like, okay, we made it 2 weeks since we had contact. So we're not sick. We're not showing symptoms. We're basically good. My sister's a nurse, and she was irritated the way the company reacted because, like I said, she's, medical science specialist because, nurse, that's her job. That's what she trained and went to school for and gets paid to do. It's like, do you realize there's asymptomatic people? I told myself, I know, but the company's like, nope. He showed symptoms when he wasn't away from work, so no one needs to get tested. So, like I said, for 2 weeks, you're just like, am I positive? Am I negative? Am I unknowingly infecting people I know around me? Which, for me, knowing that situation, like, I just locked myself in my room. Like I said, I lived with my mom, and I told my mom, I was like, okay, if you go in the bathroom, we got 2 bathrooms. So I was like, you go to your bathroom in your bedroom. That's your bathroom. You go in there. We only have 1 bathroom with a bath, so that place is one of those like, all right, if you gotta go in that middle bathroom, where the bathtub's at, you get the candle out, you spray everything. If you gonna touch it, you spray it. I don't want to get you sick if I'm asymptomatic, because that's like, I may not be showing symptoms, but you're like, I'm treating myself as I'm asymptomatic and I can unknowingly kill you. That's why you gotta act when you get this stuff. But basically, and then of course my granddad calls like, hey, if you have to get tested and if you do turn up positive, I got a quarantine plan. I'm bringing my motorhome over there to you. You're going to live in the motorhome until you get over this. That's if you're positive. Luckily, we's all good. Because like I said, it was basically, we watched each other for 2 weeks like, all right, nothing happened. Which that week was 4th of July, which brought another coworker. Well, not 2 coworkers. Wait, no, 2. Yeah, because when the lead got sick, one of the service techs got sick, but he got sick in another town where he was stationed at, so I was okay with that. But the other 2, I had encountered them at work that previous week. Is the next week where it's like, oh, yeah, they in quarantine because they got exposed to from someone who tested positive. So it's like, I was just, like, I'm sitting there because, like I said, my grandparents have been wanting to see me since the 4th of July because they want to see their grandkids. But it's like every 2 weeks, it's like, all right, I got exposed 2 weeks ago. I've made it through 2 weeks, no symptoms, no nothing. I feel fine. All right, I think I'm safe. And go to work on Monday. Yeah, this person's sick. And you're like, well, I'm going back in my little hidey hole, I guess, and I'll just only show up to work. That's the only time you'll see me in public. So I've been doing that for about a month and a half now, basically staying at home because, like I said, every time it's like, all right, I'm good. You're exposed. Well, you know what? I'm going back. I'll see y'all later. See you later. I'm going back in the hole. I'm going back in that dang hole. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to end this video at this. And basically, it's a work COVID update. I'll tell you that. Like I said, I'm already looking at 14 minutes. And I'm trying to keep these kind of short. Below 15 minutes at least. So, in the next one, I'm going to be talking about my braces. That's my next video. I'm going to do a braces update because it's been a while since I've done it. So, it's your boy Jonas out here telling you thank you for, if you made it this far, listening to it and me vent and complain. And I appreciate it because, like I said, right now we're all going through some tough times. It's extremely hard, and I hope everyone's making it good throughout there. So, this is for you, vatos. Peace out.